Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. I did a video yesterday evening revealing that the British government had screwed up so badly with leaks that it was forced to take an extra 7,000 Afghan refugees into Britain. They brought in about 28,000 secretly, silently, and it cost about £7 billion. Only nobody knew about it. And the reason being is that there was a superinjunction put in there. So not only could you not report it, you couldn't even report that there was an injunction against reporting it because it was so strict. But that injunction has now run out, and of course it's all being revealed. And so tens of thousands of Afghans secretly brought in and legitimised, all given complete asylum without anyone knowing, and it would have been prison term for anyone revealing the fact that this covert sneakiness has come in. And what's worse is this isn't even the Labour government. It's partially the Labour government because it took 2 years to do, but it was a year under the Tories and a year under Labour, which goes to show that both these parties are sneaky fuckers that will tell you nothing and that will hide the truth and deliberately do so because they knew the British people would be up in arms at the thought of wanking away £7 billion of taxpayers' money, bringing in people who hate us. And of course, we're still paying for them. We're still paying for their housing. And, and they're never going to work, are they? This is the problem. Now, this superinjunction was in place, and it was called Operation Rubik, was the thing. And then the superinjunction was to stop anyone. No, but it was almost a unique injunction because no government has ever had an injunction of this nature before. To discuss the contents of what was going on would have put you in jail. But here's the thing. Even discussing the fact that the injunction existed could have been jail time. These are deeply secretive, and it puts the media. It goes. I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you now. This makes the British media complicit and cowardly. They should have done this. They should have revealed it, and every single paper, all of them, every single paper should have agreed that on one day, that's the day, and they all do it. From the Telegraph, the Times, the Guardian, the Sun, the Mirror, the Mail, the Express, the Manchester Evening Post, whatever it is, the East Anglia Mercury, whatever the papers are, every single paper. They can't have jailed them all. And that's what should have happened. And do that and force the truth out of them. Now, the questions have to be asked and answered, but not just by this government. You need to get Rishi Sunak up there because he was responsible. You need to get that last cabinet up there that made these decisions. And you need the current cabinet for going along with it as well. Thousands, tens of thousands against our will, without being consulted, pushed into neighbourhoods where they were not wanted. Ghettos created, all at great expense, and no one asked us. No one. And they daren't ask us because they know what the answer would be, and they daren't tell us because they knew there'd be trouble. Well, I think things like this is what causes the trouble. They don't realise that, the whole of Europe is a tinderbox at the moment, and every country's getting closer and closer to the edge. Who's going to be the first one? Spain looks like it could be. France, close behind. They're burning mosques in Spain. France, rioting seems to be what they do, a lot of that. Don't blame them. But how soon will we go? Probably Ireland next, and then Britain. And when it goes, it will be explosive. And then the politicians are all putting their hands in the air, clutching their pearls, going, oh, but what could possibly have happened? We couldn't have foreseen this. Oh, look at that. You could have foreseen it. We know you could have foreseen it. We did foresee it, which is why you put up a super injunction to make sure that us, the British people, were kept absolutely in the dark over this disgusting plot. And worse, £7 billion of our money pissed away. If these people, were just left in Afghanistan, the problem would go away, wouldn't it? But no. Unbelievable. Why do we What? I don't have an ethical problem in leaving the Afghanistans in Afghanistan. You know, I don't have that. I don't owe them anything. They've done nothing for me. We should never have been there in the first place, but that doesn't mean we have to come and take them back. They should be out there fighting the Taliban themselves. Unbelievable, isn't it? The British government were also asking media companies to remove posts containing any reference to Afghanistan, and they were asking them to play down stories about people from Afghanistan coming over there. They didn't want, didn't want these things done. They didn't want any information. They didn't want, don't do stories about Afghanistan. Oh no, keep it quiet, keep it quiet. And this is for stuff that was outside the Superinjunction. They just didn't want anyone knowing about it. How? Why? Because they were embarrassed. Because they knew it would cause trouble. Unbelievable, isn't it? And they all flew into RAF Bryce Norton. All of a sudden, those guys that blew up or tried to paint those Bryce Norton planes, maybe they had something going for them. Maybe if Bryce Norton was closed down, we wouldn't be having secretive flights bringing in tens of thousands of foreigners who are of a completely different culture and who hate us. Who knows? Unmarked planes, silent black helicopter jobs coming in at night. They always say, if it's not right, do it at night. And that's when they were flying these people in, putting them on the buses, spreading them around the country, metastasizing immigration. Let me know what you think. Disgusting, isn't it? Heads must roll, but it won't. Thanks a lot. Bye.